the comic book ASM artist. Today we're doing another comic book haul, so let's just get right into it. First of all, we have crossover number 2. I'm sure quite a few of you have heard a little bit about this book. It's Donny Cates' new one from Image Comics. And the premise is that heroes on a scale of like big summer blockbuster event style just kind of showed up fighting in the middle of a real city and just kind of destroyed things. People got killed and stuff, so they got looked at as, unsafe and villains and things like that. And anyone who came over from like that weird comic booky universe, they have like this color filter over them, which is reminiscent of the old printing dots from back in the day, which, by the way, that looks like a thing appearance there. And we can kind of see and hear some of these heroes. And if you remember, it looks a little bit familiar to that Spawn number 10 that I showed off before. So, yeah, and then the main character, her name is Ellipsis, which, the 3 dots in a comic, like usually in dialogue and stuff. So I think her parents named her that because, like, they saw something mysterious about, there's endless possibility between the dots, or I'm trying to remember exactly what it was, but so the main character's name is Ellipsis, so even the title has some meaning inside of it. And then we see an Easter egg here to other writers. Chip Zdarsky, Scott Snyder, and Robert Kirkman still missing. So, but Donny Cates just said issue number 3, things will get big, and then 6. So maybe every third part of the series is gonna be something huge, maybe. And then this is Ellipses right here. I believe that's who she is. It's been a bit since I read issue number 1. But I'm definitely interested to see where it goes. There's Spawn 2, and issue number 3, I think, has a Spawn variant cover as well. So hopefully I'll try to get that one. Shows him crouching over Ellipsis. Next we have Batman number 104. Nice cover here. Then this is just continuing on with the Ghostmaker story. Right there. And I actually haven't read through my stack from my previous haul yet, which shockingly, even my Batman hasn't been read, so I've had to have been busy to not be able to read that. Because that's like at the top of my stack, usually, but I was so behind I had other books I had to read as well. But, yeah, we get a nice cover stock on this one too, of course. But I think this arc's gonna wrap soon, especially since they do have, the whole future state thing coming up. Next we have Batman Catwoman. This is a continuation of Tom King's Batman stories. So I think the real question here is this considered continuity? I guess it's not, because it's Black Label. But it's looked at as more or less, what if they had kept Tom King on? This would have been the books you would have been getting here. But I think he was so passionate about wanting to finish this story that they let him move it over into this series. And the cover has a nice presentation here with the gloss on the mat as well as on the back too. And then this book does boast the first like main DC appearance of the Phantasm there from the Batman animated series. I guess her first comic book appearance technically is the Batman animated annual number 2, I believe, Batman Adventures Annual 2. Or Batman and Robin Adventures, you know what I mean. You've seen it. So, but this is her first in the normal DC universe here. And then, I mean, I look at it as, hey, they even made a comic adaptation of The Mask of the Phantasm, so shouldn't that actually count? But what do I know? And we have some nice artwork here by Clayman. I've always enjoyed his art. Even if a story isn't so great, I still enjoy his art enough to pick up a title. And then we see kind of a fused costume here. They both have a little bit of some differences going on. Hers is kind of reminiscent of the animated series, except for the middle there with the why? Well, I mean, I guess the goggles too, but you know what I mean. I think they're trying to invoke that. And then, of course, we get some romantic moments too. But it is Black Label as well, so I don't know how much unfiltered dialogue we're gonna get or not. Okay. Next we have Detective Comics number 1032 with another nice Bermeo cover. I just can't believe he's still doing covers. It's great. I don't, he may have even done 12 total, like in a row at this point. I'm not sure, but it seems like it. And of course on the nice cover stock here. And in this book right now, they've been having a war on all the masked vigilantes. And in the previous issue, we got to see that Hush is back. So that's kind of a big deal if you're a Hush fan. So it's nice to see him back. And he has managed to capture all the Bat family except Batman himself. And it looks like Brad Walker is back on this. Yeah. So he just announced on his socials that he's not going to be on Detective for the new year, unfortunately. But I did love his style. Like I said, I felt like it was kind of a blending of, you know, the modern comic book style with the animated series, how he would do like Batman's cowl and stuff. So I wish him all the best, and I look forward to seeing what he does next. So next, I got the cover I was trying to get previously for Deceased Dead Planet number 5. This is the Swamp Thing cover. I'll show off a couple pages, but I had already shown this book off with a different cover previously. And it was a pretty intense issue. And then I have number 6 as well. And I was glad. I think I got all the covers in this series by this artist, so I'm glad that I found the other one on the shelf. I think it was the last one. And then here is number 6. just seeing something pop up. That something pretty crazy happens in this one too. But of course I don't want to spoil it, but I recommend all these deceased books, as you guys know. So I say pick it up if you're curious, it's pretty great. Then we have Ninja Turtles number 112. And this is looks like a new enemy here. They made an appearance in the previous book, but I think here is going to be like, you know, more focused around that character. We see him there. I know they had a run-in with a few more mutants in the last couple issues here. There was a guy with like a tentacle face and stuff. And yeah, there's just been all the tensions that continue with the mutant city here. And in the last issue, she just tried to FaceTime her parents and let them see her in her mutant form for the first time. They just hung up on her, and it shook her pretty good, so she's pretty upset by it. And then Jenica comforted her after. So they might be hinting at a relationship between them. But I don't know, like a romantic one. But we'll have to see, I guess. Oh, they might even, with her too, there might be a love triangle maybe, I don't know. It's hard to say. All I know is I always enjoy the Turtles books. And as long as they come out, I'll get them. Next we have Batman, The Adventures Continue. And this is reminiscent of the New Adventures logo. Is typically on like the action figure packaging. And yeah, Red Hood is very much front and center in the book right now. They went over his origin within the animated universe. And it was pretty dark, honestly. So it's nice to see them being able to tell, you know, darker stories in this style without the constructs or, I guess, restrictions of, you know, a network telling them what they can and can't say and things like that. Which the animated series always had a pretty good handle even with things like that. But still, it's nice to see what they can do without worrying, you know. Next we have Justice League Endless Winter 1. So this is, I believe, a 9-part crossover that they're doing. And I don't know a lot about it other than you get to see your favorite heroes in some winter attire. And I believe Black Adam is the thread that comes back in this story. But that's about all I know. But since I don't follow these books regularly, a lot of them, I had to have like the checklist with me when I was in the store to make sure that I got everything that had come out in the past few weeks. And I think the whole thing will be wrapped by the end of the month. But I'm not 100% sure. And I wonder if it's got... I was seeing if it had a checklist. That's kind of a huge oversight. If there's not a checklist for the series you're following in here. I'll say for all the big events that Marvel does, at least they put checklists in the back of the book. So, next is Flash 767. This is part of the Endless Winter crossover. I know there's quite a few of you who love the Flash. I just spend so much on comics, it's hard for me to get literally everything. But yeah, it looks like some nice artwork here. We see a pretty regal looking swamp thing there. But it looks like this artist here is really giving him a really good effort. Let's see if they've got... Okay, here you go. Here's a nice shot to end the book on here. Artist is Clayton Henry, so good job, Clayton. Very dynamic and detailed and just great to look at. Then we have Superman Endless Winter Special number 1, and this is the variant cover, which is really nice too. Yeah, this just picks up where it left off. One thing I do appreciate though, it is telling you where the book continues. You don't get the big list, but at least you get a thing that says, hey, this is the next book to look at. Because they printed just a lot of random specials like this to help tell the story and wrap it quickly for the event that's coming at the beginning of next year. I think the artist did change too, because it certainly looks more simplistic than the first few pages. But I don't know, maybe. Yeah, Phil Hester and Andy Parks. So next I got Batman, the 100 Project. So this is the Hero Initiative that does these, so this helps the Heroes Initiative charity here. All the funds go to struggling comic book creators who need help with medical bills or whatever the case may be. And they do all sorts of different ones, but whenever they print these books, they only do one printing, so if you miss it, you miss it. So ask your shop, see if they have it. Jump online, see if you can find it. And so yeah, they give a bunch of creators a blank cover, like this one here. And then they just transform the covers with whatever art they want to. And I will actually do a separate video to spotlight this. I did one, I think, on Hellboy a while back, maybe even Turtles, I can't remember. But yeah, I love the Heroes Initiative, and I think it's great that there's such a large community of artists willing to create for a good cause and, you know, for fellow comrades, I guess. So, but yeah, I'll do a full flip through of this on a later video. And then the site, if you're interested in donating to, is the Heroes Initiative, heroinitiative.org. So check them out. I'll probably try to do a video on this real soon, though. But yeah, and it's not too expensive either. $14. So I've got a couple other items that aren't, you know, books that I'll show off. So the first one, this has actually been kicking around for a while. I bought this months ago, but I didn't want to transport it because it was from my other shop near my work, and I didn't want to take it on the bus and haul it around and get the box crushed up. And plus I had other books and things like that. So this is the Batman Who Laughs, as you all know. Pretty simplistic. I wasn't able to do the X-Acto knife thing there, but I'll get some floral foam and put it in the box here, like to this level, right there. And then I'll stand the figure on that, and I'll be able to pose it and stuff, but still keep it in the box. And then there is a little base in there too. So yeah, these are pretty great. And I know they have a new version of them coming out with like the wings and stuff based upon changes that have been made with the current metal storyline and stuff, but I couldn't resist at least having the classic look, since he has been a focal point for the DC universe for the past couple years here. So, pretty great toy. And then it came with the Build-A-Piece for the Batmobile. But I'm certainly not going to try to seek out the rest of it. And it isn't to scale, so you can't fit your figures in it or anything. But, yeah, so this shows the pieces, and this is the same image that's on the card, and then the other to collect here are Nightwing and Batgirl. But I'm not going to worry about them at the moment, at least. But like I said, I couldn't resist getting the Batman Who Laughs. And then finally, Funko's been having like a Christmas thing called 12 Days of Giving. And they had this as one of their pops that dropped this week. This is it doesn't say it on the package, but the Snake Juice Ron Swanson, which was basically alcohol that was described as worse than rat poison. Super high alcohol content, and who knows what else. That I believe in the episode, like the club was given a large supply of it, so they had like a launch party or something with it. And pretty much everyone who attended that party got super messed up. And as you guys know, Ron is pretty stoic and, you know, very no nonsense, so holds his liquor well and stuff like that. But so in the clip, like it shows everyone's response to drinking that, and he's just dancing, and he's got like a little lady's hat on the side of his head here, but it's like a 2-second or a couple more seconds clip of him just dancing, and so they made a pop of him dancing. Now I told my friend that I wish that they had actually made this a bobblehead too, like they typically do for Marvel or Star Wars ones, just because he's dancing, you know, and he does like this funny head shake when he's doing it. But unfortunately it doesn't do that. But and then it's got like the Christmas colors on here, And I think you can still get it if you're interested in this pop. It's just $15 on the shop, or of course you can go down to the HQ. Not a ton of them sold out from the event. They did sell out on like the symbiote suit Spider-Man. It dropped when I didn't have any money. But I bought 2 of these, so I got one of these for my wife and then the other one for one of my really good friends. So you'll get the other one for Christmas. And then, yeah, we have all the previous ones in this line here. But, yeah, that's gonna do it for now. Make sure to comment down below what you want to see. Like, comment, subscribe, share this thing out. I still have my Comic Tom variant cover giveaway going. Check that link below. And as always, you all have a super slumber. Thanks. Bye.